Hey guys, Snapper here. Today I'm gonna be unboxing and reviewing the Youngnuo YN-E3-RT. This is a wireless transmitter compatible with both Canon and Youngnuo Speedlights. This works by radio transmission and it can trigger up to 5 groups of 15 units of lights. It has a 100-meter range and it is water and dust resistant like the 1D series by Canon. So let's start with the unboxing of this, the Youngnuo YN-E3-RT. Let's see what's inside the box. So comes with a cable which you plug into the camera. Comes with a handy little pouch, and let's just keep this aside. And we just have a user manual to see how it works. So let's just open this up. Yeah, that's a small pouch. So basically this device is, will be very useful for wedding photographers when they have multiple flashes to trigger, and they can hook this up with a camera and they can trigger different groups of flashes. So as you can see, so this is the Youngnuo YN-E3-RT. So here's the battery slot. So you will have to put 2 AA batteries in here. So let's go ahead and see how to set this up, and I'll also go over all the different functions you can use this in. Let's switch this thing on. So this is the mode you're greeted in, the TTL mode. You can scroll through the 4 menus. Let me just show you how to connect this with a Speedlight. Like, this is a Canon 430EX Mark III RT. Let's switch this on. Okay, so the first thing you need to be doing is set the IDs on both of them right so that they just get paired. So keep pressing this menu button till you get to menu 3 and go into ID. So you have set up your ID as 4 zeros, so you need to do the same thing on the Speedlight. So go to set, scroll to the ID, and basically you have to get everything to 0 so that it pairs with that. So once you set it to 0, you can see the link became green and it's already connected. So one more thing you need to make sure before it can pair is that both should be in the same channel. So if you see in this, here's CH, that is a channel. If you click on it, it's in channel 1. So if you see the same thing here, this is in channel 1 as well. The next thing I'll be showing is scanning for the best channel. So so this is just scanning all the channels, and it's going to give you the signal of each channel. So as you can see, channel 1 is good, And when you change the channel, see the link turns red. So if you keep it in channel 1, turns green, showing both of them are connected. So let's just keep it in channel 1 for now. One thing you need to make sure here for your Speedlight to connect to the trigger is that you need to select slave here. So your trigger will be the master and your Speedlight will be the slave. So make sure you click on that. So it's connected now. Next thing we can do is we can change the exposure compensation. So you go into this and you can just drop it from -3 to +3. I'll just leave it at 0. And there's an option for flash exposure bracketing, where if you want to shoot one low exposure and one high exposure and one normal exposure and merge all the pics together, you can go ahead and use flash exposure bracketing. Okay, and ratios. So basically you're going to be using this trigger when you have multiple flashes to trigger. So you can vary the ratios of each flash, like the output each flash is going to throw up. So what you want to do is go into ratios. So first, it's now in ratio all. That means everything is in the same ratio and it's going to be the same output for each and every flash you've connected. What you can do is when you click on ratio again, it says A is to B, and then you can change A is to B as 2:1 or 1:1 or 1:2. So that is one option. Or the another one you can do is when you click on ratio again, you get A is to B is to C. So if you see here, you can change the ratio of A's to B, and then again the output of C. This just lets you keep different exposure values for different flashes you've connected. This mode is used when you're shooting in TTL. That means all the flashes you've connected is gonna be firing at the same time. But if you want, like you're setting multiple flashes around the subject and then you want different flashes to go out in different times, you want to use a different mode. So you have the manual mode, the multi-mode, and the group mode. So let's go with manual mode first. There are different groups here. So if you go and change the setting in your flash, in your Speedlight, when you turn it to B, this one automatically turns to B. If you can see, the flash icon changes to B. When you put it to C, it changes to C. Let's just keep it in A for now. So here there are different groups, A, B, C, like 3 of them right here. So when you click on this, you're able to change the output of each of these groups. Then you can change the exposure of each group. And again, you have the option to change the ratios here. On the manual mode, you basically get the function to set different groups up and set different exposure for each of those groups. Also, what you can change is the ratio of each of those groups. So let's go to the next mode. That is the multi-mode. So the multi-mode is definitely useful when you want to trigger multiple flashes continuously, like at definite intervals. So it's really easy to set up here. So you choose this multi icon here and then it displays as 1. So this is just gonna be the number of flashes you want. So if you say 3, there are gonna be 3 flashes, and then you select the hertz, and then as you increase it, the number of flashes per second is going to increase. So just keep that in mind and experiment with it. So let's go to the next mode, which is the group mode. So the group mode is one of the most useful modes in this trigger. So basically what you can do here is you can set up different groups, and each group can have different modes. For example, the group A can be in manual mode, and then the group B can be in TTL mode, and then the group C can be in a different mode, or you can keep it in TTL and just vary the exposure compensation. So basically what happens here is when you have set up multiple flashes around the room and you're triggering it with this single remote, you have the ability to keep different flashes with different modes, and you can take a picture of the subject. Let's take a sample shot to see how this works. So that's about it. So these are the different modes you can use this trigger in, and it's practically really useful for for wedding photographers and people working on studios. So hope this tutorial was useful for you. Always tune in for more, and see y'all in the next video. Let's take a second to thank our friends at F-Stop Camera Store. Without them, this video wouldn't be possible. Check them out, tell them I sent you. They have a whole variety of camera gear and photography equipment. Check the description for more. Hey guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe for the channel for more photography content. Also, if you want to know more about me, follow me on all the social media links in the description. Later.